Good afternoon. I think an important thing to know is that narcissists will clown themselves. They will intentionally, deliberately make fools of themselves if they think it's going to get a rise out of you. They will do foolish things. They will make themselves look foolish just to get a rise out of you. They will clown themselves. They will clown themselves. That is another reason why it is not going to do any good to try to critique a narcissist to their face. You know, you're doing this, and it's making you look really dumb, or however you say it. It's really wrong of you. It's immoral. Like I said, any little criticism, they're going to crank it up. Oh, that bothers you. Okay. And they're going to keep doing it and do it more severely. You cannot tell a narcissist anything. You cannot try to correct a narcissist. They refuse to be corrected, okay? They're going to take your little correction and expand. They're gonna take your little correction, put it into the shredder. They're gonna take those shreds and build a monster. You know what I mean? It's just gonna make it worse. It's gonna make it worse. Okay, so how to practice. How to practice not reacting and telling this narcissist, putting them in their place. That's what you want to immediately turn around, look at their face, and put them in their place, right? Putting them in their place is not gonna. They're not gonna stay in there now. They're not going to get in their place, and they're certainly not going to stay there, okay? They're going to run away from that place. They're going to run in the opposite direction of that place you're trying to put them in. That's the thing. That's the boomerang, okay? If you show them a place where they need to be put, they're going to flee. They're going to do a runner. They're going to leg it and away from that place you're trying to put them in, okay? Far, far, far away. Never to return. Okay. Kind of lost track of the way. Okay, how to practice not, because your first reaction is going to turn around, let me put you in your place. Narcissist, I'm going to put you in your place, narcissist. Get ready. Hope you got a pillow so you can have a seat in your place. I'm about to put you there, okay? No, they won't. If you have to, turn away from it. Just deep breath, deep breath. Silence is the best thing. Silence. Silencio. Silencio. Can't argue with silence. Silence cannot make anything worse. Silence cannot make anything worse, right? Silence. Breathe. Because you don't argue with madness. We don't argue with madness. Okay. You're trying to argue with madness. You don't argue with roll your eye. Okay, rolling your eyes is not a disrespectful, immature thing to do. Okay, rolling your eyes is lifting your spirit up to the supreme light. Okay, for strength. Serenity now from Seinfeld. Serenity now. You're looking up into the supreme light for strength to deal with the narcissist. Okay, and you just roll your eyes. Look up. Deep breath. And silence. Don't even reply because we do not reply to nonsense. We do not argue with madness. You don't need to reply and try to correct chaos. Chaos cannot be corrected. You don't try to correct the chaos. That's why we get mad, because we don't realize it's just chaos talking. It's chaos. You don't argue with chaos. It's not true. You're still thinking it's true. You're still trying to reason with it. You're thinking it's true. You're worried that it's true. And you're still trying to reason with it. Okay? It's fictional chaos. Fictional chaos. You don't need to reason with it. Okay? And just silence. Walk out of the room. Hang up the phone. Close that window out of your phone. Close that chat out of your phone. Don't even reply. You don't know. They are showing you zero respect. Why do you need to show them any respect by replying? You know, stop worrying about showing people respect who are only disrespecting you. Stop worrying about comforting people. Stop worrying about comforting people when that person is just not like figuratively, maybe sometimes literally, but figuratively beat, you know, and you're over here trying to hug, and they're just punching you or belittling you, whatever. You see how that's a little off balance. You're trying to hug a person who's just why? Stop. Yes, it's a mental illness and they need love. But for your sanity and your health, stop trying to hug. Okay? Maybe not completely. You know, I'm not saying no contact. Just why are you worried about being nice to a person who's not worried at all about being nice to you? Stop. Okay? Doesn't mean be mean, but stop trampling over barbed wire trying to comfort someone who doesn't give a hoot if you feel comfortable. In fact, they're always trying to make you uncomfortable. So why am I worried about making this person comfortable when they literally want me to be uncomfortable? Stop. Okay? When they start talking, when they start doing and talking, the nonsense, and you're feeling and you want to get angry. Silence, breathe, look up, get the light, absorb the light, detox, slow detox, leave the room, hang up the phone, silence, do not reply, silence. You become mute. You gotta mute yourself. All right, I'm a mute now. When a narcissist is around, you're mute. Because silence can't hurt anything, can't make anything worse, can't escalate anything. Whatever you say, if you just stand there in silence, they're gonna find something to pick on you about. Okay? And you just have to get away from them. Again, back to the topic. You could not put a narcissist in their place. They won't go there and they won't stay there. And if you think you have some brilliant, this will do it, this will make them change, I'm going to tell them this. This will make them feel bad and this will make them want to change. What you're doing right here is really immoral. This will make them want to change. What you're doing is really immoral. Don't you care about the morals? Remember don't care about the morals. Don't care about the morals and want to change. They're not going to care. They can't care. They're going to keep doing it. Even though it makes them look foolish. They will clown themselves. They don't mind clowning themselves. If they think it's going to keep you in a state of disarray, look at you. That's exactly what they want. You're giving them exactly what they're looking for. You're all like this. You're scattered. That's exactly what they want. Pearls clutched. Look at you and what you're doing. That's exactly what they want. Okay? Don't give them you don't care what they do. You don't care what you do. Okay? They want you like this. Because when you're like that, you're out of control. You're not in control of yourself. That's what they want. Also, if you're worried about this little fire right here, you're not worried about the big stuff that they're in serious denial about. You're not worried about the big stuff. If you're over here freaking them out about this little petty thing over here. That's why they always have little petty fires going everywhere, to keep you away from that big central fire, the denial dome. So they will clown themselves. So you can't tell them, you're being a clown right now. Oh, cool, I'm going to keep doing it. If it keeps you all stressed out, I'm going to keep doing it. They will clown themselves. Just keep that one away. Okay? Jot that one down too.